Welcome back, trainers. So I haven't been uploading consistently because I've been on my grind doing some trades and just trying to get the best that I can get for Gen 4 so I could bring you guys power-up videos with Pokemon like Staraptor here. Now, this is not a lucky. I've been trying to trade those Starlies to get that lucky. It's just not happening yet, but soon. And if you're wondering, should you power one of these up? Well, we're going to go ahead and get into all that. We're going to look at its stats and its moves and everything. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, though, there's going to be other options, but say for PvP, you can trick your opponent by using this with close combat, and like I said, we'll get more into that. So let's go ahead and see my luckies for now because, wow, they've been coming in quite nice. I know I haven't gotten the Starly, but as you can see, look at that. Even a Bidoof lucky, folks. So let's go ahead and just look up the luckies recently so we can see what we have. The most recent is going to be the Chimchar, which is quite nice. I think it's simply amazing. Attack, defense, wow. So looking great. Named it CD for Community Day for whenever that happens because I'm not going to be evolving another one currently. There is literally no point. So save your candy. If you already have one Infernape, hold on to that and you should be good to go. Another thing, obviously, is to trade as many of these Gen 4 Pokemon to become lucky so you could save your Stardust and obviously get good IVs as well in the process. And I see a lot of comments, people saying, why did you power up that 12 attack Infernape or the lower IV Empoleon? It was lucky, so it's not horrible. And you have to realize the difference between a 15 attack IV and a 10 attack IV is so minuscule. Yes, if you're going to invest all of that resources into them, you may want to hold off until you get the best one that you can. But realistically, guys, it's not going to make too much of a difference. But yes, obviously, 15 is going to be a lot better. Now we have the Bidoof. Lucky Bidoof. It was so close to 420. Look at that. So we're just trading these. We're down to our last bit of Gen 4 Pokemon left. And we're just like, okay, me and Ellie, she's the only person I've been trading with lately, literally. And then this, I love how he scratches his head like that. Slackoth. This is going to be nice for Community Day as well. I do have a Vigoroth lucky, so I'm set on 2 of those whenever we do get Community Day for this in the future. And yes, I do think we're going to get a Community Day because it has that yawn. I mean, it's going to get replaced with probably Hidden Power, which is going to be quite amazing because you can have all kinds of different types on that. Now, Pachirisu, I do have a lucky, as you can see. This is not a regional to Alaska. Some people are like, oh, it's not just for Alaska. Well, come on. Obviously, I named off all the other places where you can find it in the northern part of Canada, in some parts of Russia, and then in Alaska as well, right? So is it good? It's decent. You saw those gym battles I uploaded yesterday. It's able to take out a 2900 Gyarados, and they put in work. Granted, you do have to dodge. The moveset I would go with is not necessarily Thunder Punch, although it's pretty good if you want to drop it in a gym. But maybe Thunder. There's a little glitch with Thunder Punch. It's very delayed on its damage. So that's the only reason why I don't recommend that. Yes, look at that. I need to start that up. I will be powering this up and maxing it out. It is decent. It does learn Charge Beam, which is pretty good. Literally the best electric attack in the game. So that is what is redeeming it for somewhat of a, power-up Pokemon. Not to mention it is lucky. And that is actually, its name is Electric in Korean. If you're wondering why, I have a few reasons, but let's just say I don't know why. Okay. And then we have the Kirlia over here. Unfortunately, we're supposed to do Tortwig trades, but she accidentally picked this one, but it's still worth it. I mean, look, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not a male, but I'll still take it, lucky Kirlia, because Gardevoir is good as it is. Confusion and Dazzling Gleam, Confusion and Shadow Ball. I mean, that thing is a monster. And then we have another Piplup. Very, very nice. I'm happy about that. This is actually going to be another Community Day one for me. And before you go out there and listen to too many people judge Empoleon and say it's not going to be your best water offensive Pokemon, which in fact it's not. There's going to be better Pokemon water types out there who are going to do more damage, right? But like I stated in that video, it's all about if you want to have fun with this game. Empoleon is a fan favorite Pokemon. Amazing design. It's part steel type. It can take a hit and dish out pretty good damage with that waterfall and or blizzard. Hydro Pump is going to be your best option. Blizzard's going to be coverage if you run into those dragon types, right? So, I mean, it's a good Pokemon, guys. I really like it. Now, what is its signature move? What could it learn on Community Day? Aqua Jet, possibly. But who knows what the future has for Empoleon's Community Day. So, I'm happy about the Piplup. Let's go ahead and look at the next one here. As you may know, my Infernape, I'm pretty happy with this one. Now, the performance, like if you've seen the video, my power-up and gym battles and my description on what I think about it, it is not going to be outperforming the top Pokemon. Literally, if you have Rock Smash Flamethrower, it might be a cool gym dropper for people to see, like, oh my gosh, that's an Infernape, awesome. And it might give them a bit of trouble with Rock Smash and Flamethrower. Just, it's going to deal damage, right? But yeah, there's going to be better options. I'll put a link at the end of the video for that power-up video if you want to check that out. And then we have Empoleon itself, the first Gen 4 Pokemon that I maxed out. And I'm rocking Waterfall and Blizzard. Hydro Pump, like I said, would be your better option, but I want coverage, so I'm going to go with Blizzard. Yeah, I still haven't done a Torterra. That's the final and last one I need to do. The reason why is because I'm waiting to get a Lucky. Yes, I just want the lucky ones. I want to spend the least amount of Stardust that I have to. And let me tell you something, folks. I went up against that Torterra in the gym, right? It was just one round. And it held its own. That thing is actually pretty good. I like it. Razor Leaf and Stone Edge is a fairly good gym defender for Torterra. It looks amazing, and it held its own. I mean, I know I went in there with a Infernape in the red health, but nonetheless, the Staraptor even put in work. Gosh, I love Staraptor. We're going to go over that here in a moment. So that is going to do it for my lucky Pokemon. There you have it. Pretty nice run. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over Staraptor. We are over here on the Go Hub. And I was stating, oh, when the stat rework changes, expect their numbers to change for Gen 4. Well, apparently Gen 4 has already undergone the stat change. So there is going to be nothing happening to them when the whole CP reconfiguration comes through. All right. So Staraptor is a normal and flying type. Max CP 2825, attack 234, defense 140, and stamina at 198. So I mean, those numbers are fairly solid, folks. It's just a matter of what it can learn. Its moveset now. And what do you even want to use this up against? And is there going to be better options for this Pokemon? Well, we'll look at the moves and discuss that here shortly. But the attack, 234. What? Stamina 198? CP 2825? That's the workings of a pretty decent Pokemon to me, folks. Alright, weakness and resistance. Weak to electric, ice, and rock. Resisting ghost, ground, bug, and grass types. Very good. So, let's think about this. It's going to be weak to electric, ice, and rock. Let's remember that, okay? And let's go ahead and go over to the moves here. According to them, best move sets are going to be Quick Attack, Brave Bird, Wing Attack, Brave Bird, Quick Attack, Close Combat, Wing Attack, Close Combat, Quick Attack, Heat Wave. Yes, it can learn that. And Wing Attack, Heat Wave. So pretty wild moveset, right? Let's take a look at this. So for its quick moves, we have obviously Quick Attack and then Wing Attack. Charge moves, Brave Bird, Close Combat, Heat Wave. I personally think that Close Combat is going to be the best one. Obviously, if you go with Brave Bird, you're going to be getting Stab, right? Super effective to the specific types. But you have Close Combat, which you can completely trick your opponent. Now, of course, you're going to want coverage with some Stab on that Pokemon. So you're going to want to go with Wing Attack and then Close Combat. That's just me personally, okay? Because if you go up against a Machamp, say you're in a PvP match in the future, right? And you know, it was you and that Machamp, your Staraptor, and they're like, oh, the heck with this. I'm going to bring in my Rhyperior, my Rhydon, you know, rock-type Pokemon. They're going to be doing super effective damage. They're Tyrannitars, right? And as soon as they bring them in, maybe you're gonna have your Close Combat all ready to go, right? And then when you hit them with that, super effective. Bingo. As opposed to if you have two flying type moves, you're going to go in there, they're going to switch. They're not going to let you just destroy their Machamp with your Staraptor, so they're going to switch into something that's going to deflect those moves. And then you can hit them with a surprise Close Combat. If you have Brave Bird, not very effective. Heat Wave, not very effective. So there you go. Food for thought. Personally, I'm going to max one of these out. Then, of course, if they switch into an Ice-type Pokemon, you're going to have that close combat super effective. There you go. So for coverage, you're going to want close combat. And then for super effective stab types, you're going to want wing attack. All right. So Staraptor, guys, I'm very excited for this. Probably a few of you are scratching your head like, what? Why is Poke so excited about Staraptor? Well, do I have to go over it again? Did you see the stats, folks? Look at that. 28-25 at 100. 234 attack and stamina 198. It's not bad. It's really good. I'm telling you, you're going to have to go for these kind of Pokemon when PvP comes out. It's going to be very strategic and help you in the long run. Okay, simple as that. Right, next one up is going to be Luxray. Seeing that it is amazing looking Pokemon, and a lot of you may have a shiny at this point considering they're hatching out of the eggs and you can get them through the raids. That's the shiny variants, of course. So pure electric type. And also I just want to mention something. A lot of you have been requesting that I do gym battles with the raw footage, kind of like without the speed up or the music, just the actual gameplay music itself and the sound. 100% agree, and that'll be coming in the future, so look out for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with the lugs right here. Pure electric, max CP 2,888, attack 232, defense 156, and stamina 190. So I mean, this one as well is okay. And if you're still scratching your head like, why is he acting like all these Pokemon are so good? Well, they have their potential. Obviously, there's going to be other Pokemon that you can power up, but you can't just say, oh, and this one's bad. Oh, and this one's not good. Because you're going to be sitting there with a handful of top-tier Pokemon that people are only recommending. Raikou, Rayquaza, Kyogre, Mewtwo, and Moltres. And you're going to be stuck with just those. Venusaur. Those are great Pokemon and everything, but you have to have fun with the game, right? You have to have fun. And I don't want to recommend horrible Pokemon for you to power up and waste your investment in. Most of the time, you're going to want Luckies on these, right? So would I max one of these out personally? Well, I have that Lucky, and I said I was going to, and I will in the future. But as of now, am I in a rush to? No, not really. Not really. Okay, let's continue on. Let's see what it's weak against. It's just electric, so we already know it's just going to be weak to ground, resisting electric, flying, and steel types. So that's pretty solid as far as weaknesses and resistances. It's only weak to one type, and it's resisting some, pretty okay typings there. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to its moves and see what it has going for it here. We have Spark and Wild Charge for its number 1 moveset, Snarl, Wild Charge, Spark and Hyper Beam, Snarl, and Crunch. Now, if you're going to drop this in the gym, I recommend that you go with Snarl and Wild Charge. If you're going to be using it to attack things, use it as a pure electric type attacker and go with Spark and Wild Charge. As simple as that. But we have all these other Pokemon that can rise up and do better. Well, let's not say all. It's an electric type, so what do we have to compare it? We have Raikou and Zapdos, which are going to be outperforming it. But still, if you get a shiny, have fun with it. Do what you got to do. And even if you don't get a shiny, maybe a lucky. All right. I don't recommend powering one up if you don't have a lucky or a shiny. So let's go over its moves. Quick moves, Spark and Snarl. Charge moves, Hyper Beam, Wild Charge, and Crunch. Okay, so like I said, if you're going to be dropping in a gym, go with Wild Charge, maybe even Crunch. You don't want Hyper Beam. You don't want Hyper Beam in any situation, okay, whatsoever. And then, for the quick move, maybe Snarl is going to be the best gym defender type because it's doing more damage. Spark is just kind of weak, right? Even with the stab. So there you have Luxray. It's pretty alright, not bad. I will power it up, but I'm in no rush. I just want that Staraptor because the design, it's got me. It's got me right in the heart. Next up, we have Lopunny, evolving from Baneri, which you can find Baneris in the raids if you are having trouble finding those. And just a heads up, I will be making a completely separate video for Staraptor. Actually, it's going to be the power of Staraptor, right? So Baneri right here, normal type, max CP 2,059, attack 156, defense 194. That's pretty good defense. Stamina 163, and same with that as well. Now, should you power one of these up? No, I mean, I'm just covering it because there's not that many out, and I just wanted to let you know really quick. So let's go over week 2, fighting, resisting ghosts, right? Normal type. And there you go. Best moveset, pound, hyper beam, pound, focus, blast. There are your quick moves, pound and low kick. And charge moves, focus blast, hyper beam, and fire punch. So you're obviously going to be getting stabbed from pound and hyper beam. Maybe you might want to go with low kick and hyper beam. That's what I do. Charge up that hyper beam really quick, considering that the gyms are mostly weak to normal or fighting types, you're going to be doing super effective damage with that low kick, and then Hyper Beam is going to have a massive stab and damage output there. Focus Blast will be doing stab, but at the end of the day, you may want to just go with Hyper Beam. Although when you go up against those rock types, it's going to kind of wall you there because normal is not very effective to rock types. So Lopunny, nothing too special. It is a cool looking Pokemon, nice design. I know there's a lot of people out there who like this one, so I'm not trying to talk on it, but I mean, look at the stats. But then again, at the end of the day, who am I to judge it when I maxed out a Persian and glorify that thing, right? So there you have it, trainers. I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope your Gen 4 hunting is going great. And as far as my egg hatching, now let's discuss that. Let's hop into Pokemon Go. All right, so I'm still trying to get that Lucario. It's not looking great. I keep hatching Trapinch, folks. Like, are you serious? Trapinch after Trapinch after Trapinch. And I unfortunately opened up a bunch of presents when I had egg space, and now I'm sitting on 4 Alolan eggs currently. So hopefully we can get that out of the way and maybe have the power of Lucario within the next few days, right? Because if I do get one, I will be going ahead and powering that up, taking it to the gym and seeing what it can do. Now let's remember, it's a fighting and steel type, right? Steel resists Fairy. So what is on Blissey's? Dazzling Gleam. Does it have potential to outperform a champ? No. But it does have the opportunity to last longer in battle, considering it's going to be not taking super effective damage from Psychic and also Fairy types, okay? So keep that in mind. But with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all very soon. And Staraptor, I'm going to let you hear that cry before we go.